Okay, so Aria of Sorrow Randomizer. We've done these in the past. Second Zombo. That's something I can do. We've done these in the past where cool. So, the Aria of Sorrow Randomizer. This is a randomizer I think I've streamed 4 or 5 times at this point. The quick of it is the item drops from enemies are randomized. The soul drops from enemies are randomized. All items on the ground are randomized. Hammer's shop is randomized. And in this specific one, we have 2 specific rule sets that are very important. Number 1, we are using the Oops All Souls flag, which means that all items on the ground are souls. There's no such thing as all items that we get will either have to be through Hammer's shop or through item drops from enemies. Number 2, though, is the rules of the romhack that I am using. No Bitten gave the rundown on that, but this is one I became aware of thanks to Medibot. This is the romhack, I think, did we say Dr. Goat? Anyway, this is the ROM hack that we refer to as wizard mode. It ups your mana regen a lot, but also makes it so your weapons don't add to your damage, I think are the rules. So, Dr. Goat. Okay, great. Thank you for confirming that. So yeah, this is a ROM hack by Dr. Goat. Your weapons give... So, we're all about the spells. That is everything we have. So let's go ahead and get things started. Alright, so we need to find a good attacking. So, let me show this off. I throw a spear, and my MP is regenning very quickly. But knife is worth nothing. This does no damage. It is only the attack pattern that matters off of it. So that's the rules. Also, all items are souls on the ground. Seems kind of easy. I don't know. We'll find out together. To me, it seems like it's going to be a lot of fun. Oh, thank you? Oh, okay. So Red Scarf is going to help us because strength matters for spell damage. We're doing 24 instead of 22 now. Strength also matters for a punch. It does affect that. That's good. Alright. Let's rock. So we do want to kill zombies, so let me talk about enemies. We can see that... So you can see in the bestiary that enemies have drops, and what drops you know, and what drops they have. Sometimes some enemies will not have a drop, and you can see that they just have a blank line. So zombie still has another item to give up at some point. What do we got to start? Oh, arachne. Okay. Okay, alright. We got the web. Summons the familiar Alistor. Skull Million! Ooh. Come on, somebody jump up here. I want to hit somebody with Skull Million. So that's Skull Million. It's a claw attack in front of you. Alistor is a blue soul. Summons the familiar Alistor. This is actually worth keeping on. We regen faster. We regen faster than it consumes, so... Ooh, Ghost Dancer. Yeah. I'm very happy about wizard mode. Oh, okay. That means we'll have to turn that off. Well, we'll only turn that off when we need it. Okay, skeleton has blue crow. Oh, right, weapons don't matter. It gives a... Skeleton, no! I love that it's just bopping the skeleton. I love it. It's just like, nip, tiny tap. So weapons are only for their attack pattern. That's the only thing we care about them for. Alistar, go crush that, please. Thank you. Excellent. Some weapons, like Ascalon, do have stats. Ascalon is the weapon we informally know as the Wizard Wand, so... Bone Pillar. Ooh, Bone Pillar could be good. Bone Pillar is just like a giant flame. Let's check in this room. Oh my god. Can I even use that? 38. I can. I can use it twice before we're out. Demon Lord is the Dracula move. It is a soul found in the, from an enemy at the end of the game. Ooh. Let's keep upping our luck. Luck run, yes, luck run. 179 damage, by the way. Very hefty. I'm excited about this. Yeah. That's true. Alistar is also super late. I love the noise. Oh, pow! Katana. Getting more katanas is going to be useful for, like, selling. Thanks, Alistar. No weapon gives stats. Weapons don't give attack. I believe they'll still give stats. Again, very few weapons give stats, though. It's only, like, Death's Scythe and, oh, wow. Wow, that is incredibly powerful. Let Alistar kill everything. So we're coming down here just to grab the souls that are down here. Also, we're bopping these killer fish with the sword. I love killer fish. I love the room that's just one killer fish. Our hard mode only drops like Death Scythe in the pool. Yes. They are. Hold on. What's the cost on that? 60 overtime. Okay, I can't beat 60 overtime. Burt Gang gives con. Yeah, there are a few weapons that give stats other than attack. But Ascalon's the one I can think of, and Death Scythe is also another. However, one thing to note is that we'll never find items on the ground. We need to find them from, like, enemy drops. All right, and in the right, Claim Soul Asher, I think it's +7 to all stats. I want to say +7. +7 all stats except for luck, maybe? Weapons that decrease your stats. I might be just having this friend sword that beats everything up. We just have Anubis with us. I'm happy to just have the Anubis. I don't even need to holler about it. Alright. Alright, well, we have flying armor, which means we're going standard route. Always hollering about the Anubis. I love that the sword is going above us to kill enemies off screen. That's incredible. Meat strip. Ooh, that's good. Healing items are hard to come by in this. Let me quick do one last thing. There we go. I'd forgotten to put myself into the zone, so if people wanted to join. Red Crow. Yeah, Red Crow ain't that hot. Can you get up there? Yeah, okay.
I'm howling about the Anubis!
I'm very happy about just having my friend, Alistor here to fight most of these fights.
Oh, definitely, any of the stands are great early finds for the wizard, because with your increased MP regeneration, they're not very taxing.
Right. Ooh, Harpy.
You know, Demon Lord, of course, also nice, but it will, you know, you're level 6 or whatever, so 2 shots and you're out.
Right, even with the massive MP regeneration, it costs half of my MP. And with Alistor out, my massive MP regeneration is not actually that massive.
Yeah, that is the thing, is that when you choose to use a familiar type soul, that is chewing through most of your MP regen, if not all. So it becomes preferable to use a much less expensive bullet soul if you use a bullet soul at all.
Right. We're finding all the strength.
Also, because you managed to find the golem soul very early, makes your weapon attacks a lot better. Yeah, sorry, Minotaur.
Yep. I don't think I can get into that room with just flying armor.
You can if you, I think, with a damage boost. But the romhack will not demand that from you unless you enable chaos mode.
I found Legion, which is one of my favorite bullet souls.
Oh, yeah, beam.
It's a bit expensive, though.
Quite expensive.
Dead Crusader.
Yo, that's like... That's the best armor in the game.
Yeah. Yeah. Alright.
In my hypothetical other mode, where armor also has no defense value, Dead Crusader starts to sound really good.
That's a mode where it just sounds like you kind of want to have Headhunter around, you know, because Headhunter does have all stats, including con.
Does. And probably, if you're doing an oops run, then probably by the end you do have enough for it to be like +9.
Yep. Oh wow, I get 1 Legion.
Yeah, Legion is expensive because it's Beam Skeleton but better. And you know what's a real good, like, full game bullet soul? Beam Skeleton.
Dead Crusader does what it reports. I think that's a different one you're thinking of.
You're thinking of Zombie Officer, which is the restore health by jumping.
Yeah. The thing that's a bit odd about con is that it's like 2 points of con is 1 point of actual defense. Is how it plays out. Then a point of defense is just you take 1 reduced damage. Oh, hold on, I saw that item drop. Pendant. I don't think that's an upgrade on the over Red Scarf.
Right, the deflect dual attacks with up and B.
What is that one?
I forget who that is.
Skeleton Knight or something like that?
Like, I would say Gladiator, except I know Gladiator's a bullet soul.
Right.
It's definitely some kind of skeleton or zombie. I say in the game about skeletons and zombies.
It's like one of those like dozen skeleton or zombies. Skeleton 9 strength 4.
What it actually does is it lets you cancel.
Yeah.
Which is wacky and definitely like, I mean, it says what it does, it says. Oh, it might be Undead Warrior.
Ooh.
Right, because that's the mounted one.
Yeah, what is the wizard randomizer? So, the randomizer, as you can see by the little things at the bottom, randomizes drops, randomizes hammer, randomizes items on the ground. The Oops All Souls variant on it randomizes all items on the ground to be souls. The wizard part of this is the ROM itself, which has made it so weapons give no attack value. All these weapons are 0, but I have 5 MP a second regen.
Per tick, which is, I want to say normally like every 64 frames.
Okay, so not exactly a second.
Yeah. Importantly, like things that improve it, cut it to like 16 frames.
Oh.
Which is, so like Wooden Golem and Rune Ring are both primo shit.
Damn, they improved by just making it tick more? Okay.
Yeah, you get, and that's why that our strategy for the ROM hack works, which is just making it so that a tick is worth 5, because the improvement items just make ticks happen fast.
That's okay, that's good.
And so that little discovery was what let us do our implementation, rather than trying to change tick speed and then also making that work with things that affect tick speed.
Right, that's a whole lot more.
Be like, okay, ticks are better, so you don't get it as smoothly.
Right.
Yeah, and honestly, like, what's tragic is that I would have gone for a completely different. Yes, int actually has no effect on your MP regeneration. It is completely, like,
very poor damage scaling.
Right, well, certain souls are affected by int. Some of them pretty like the really high damage ones are noticeably affected by it.
Okay, yeah, like when you're putting a lot of MP into a soul.
Yeah, like Legion, which I'm pretty sure is an int-based soul, is going to positively reflect. Well, really, I think it's better on the small ones, because I think it's still just the like 1.1 damage, same as strength.
I remember looking at the formula.
The formulars!
The formulars. And int was one I remember being like, oh, it just is, Were Tiger.
Oh, nice.
It's like a 1/8, like, every 8 points of int is a damage, whereas like every 1 point of strength is a damage.
Right, and certain souls care about strength, other certain souls care about int.
Yeah.
I don't think it's based on whether it's bullet or guardian. I think it's soul per soul.
Yeah, I don't.
And it, like, things like Were Tiger are strength based, and things like Demon Lord are, I'm pretty sure, int based. You can take off your golem and fling Demon Lord just to check, see if the damage is the same.
Let's fling a Demon Lord. Well, okay, that one. That's lethal, but sure. Let's go down to the other.
But
we saw the numbers. It was 80 and 95.
Huh. I wonder why they were different.
Huh. And then without it on, it was 80-80. What the heck? So like that top one of those top ones just didn't take the strength modifier? What? Hold on. That is not what I expected.
Maybe Demon Lord is a soul that has a physical and magical component? I could believe that, sure. Game Boy Advance, you can do anything. I don't know how this game works.
Neither do I. I know a lot about how this game works, but I cannot claim to know everything about it. Which?
No, I don't think there are critical hits at all in this game.
No. all damage is what it reports to be.
The
like,
witch.
Everything is like knowable. I get it as far as like what your damage will be versus different enemy. Ripper. It's like, okay.
Ripper's
Yeah, so like the first one there, that first enemy took 95, but then the top bone pillar took 80. Like it missed the strength mod.
Or maybe like the first hit it does has bonus damage applied, and further hits. All right, time to carefully go through like every soul in this game, and like reverse engineer all of its effects.
Yeah. All right, let's head up to.
Because yeah, like if you had every soul unlocked, you can trivially shuffle your stats around to see how any given stat affects it.
Mm-hmm.
So actually doing research is not that bad if you have just a cleared oops file.
Oh, don't forget the other item up there.
Don't forget it.
Oh, skeleton blaze! I almost forgot it.
Yes, yes. See, this is my secret power, by the way, is I make the skeleton blaze soul appear.
Well, that's good.
Because I love to make the weed joke. 420 skeleton blaze it.
Oh, we're not at... Okay. Good old skeleton blaze. Ooh, yeah, just like give...
Yeah, like give an enemy like 1 billion hit points, except like it doesn't matter because it reports the number. And you can just reset enemies very, very easily in this game. So
I'm gonna hide in a corner and just kind of let...
I'll let Manticore do their thing.
Yeah. Manticore can do their thing, Alistor does their thing.
Not gonna... Yeah, I think you're actually perfectly safe if you're adjacent to the door.
Yeah, I think there's technically, like, a spot the Manticore could stand to hit you, but it turns when it hits that. Kind of like a Gorgon does.
Yeah.
Ooh,
Alright, good fight.
Aranis.
Fuck yes.
Yes.
You're not taking that off for a while.
Yeah. Ooh, and also, we've got Melphis back here. Alright. Wait a minute, wait a minute. You can actually see this room?
Yeah. It's technically part of the large chamber. And you can sort of see like, huh, there's some stuff.
I didn't realize those were the same room.
Yep.
Okay.
It's a neat little thing because if you don't find this, then it looks like part of this room is missing because it doesn't have like the wall lines filled in. So it's the way of hinting like, hey, there's something going on.
That's cool as heck.
Up to you to figure it out, but
I'm always happy when I see a design thing and I'm like, that's good. You know, like that's makes
you are a fan of the good design.
Yes.
I am a fan of mathematics. So with double jump, you technically don't have to do the root cellar next.
Yeah, I could just go to like behind Headhunter. Heck, I could.
Yeah,
go...
you could inner quarters backdoor.
Yeah, or I could even go to Floating Gardens.
Double
jump alone is enough for that.
Is it? I thought you need double jump Undyne or double jump Kicker Skeleton.
You can do it. Kicker Skeleton helps. It makes it easier, but you can do it with just double jump. Like, you have to kind of like bounce off the wall a little bit. Oh, whoa, no! Wooden Golem.
Well, now you choose. Do you want MP Regener XP? Being able to kill monsters better because you have more MP
is like
earning more XP.
Yeah, there is. So I'll show it because I
enjoy shuffling between those two forever and trying to sneak on Aranis right before you get the last hit on a boss. By the way,
no,
I love doing that. It's I basically only recommend that against Legion if you end up fighting Legion.
That's fair. That one's like...
Because you actually do get about a 5-second warning. Yeah, no one understands Durga or Kali's hitbox. They just don't make sense. So Evil Butcher actually taking an orb to the face and just... Yeah.
Yeah, living. I was kind of running through them because I assumed they were just going to fall over to the orb,
Right.
but without the strength.
Fortunately, you're very close to a save point.
Oh,
Especially if you choose to just sort of ignore the top half.
yeah. Well, I chose not to ignore the box area, and
The box contained something that it's the fourth piece of the Trinity.
yeah. Can I from here maybe? Dang it. Okay, fine.
Trying to cheat.
Yeah.
If you have something that'll fall through the floor, like giant skeleton is usually my go-to.
I have double jump. I can just go grab it. Like
Just get it honest.
I don't need to do the silly thing here. All right, so let's head through here. We get the Arachne soul in Arachne's room, though not from Arachne.
Messed up.
Oh, curse is killer in this.
Yeah, don't get cursed, by the way. This also means that, like, Ectoplasm Soul is sort of extra valuable. Because
Right.
it will, like, if you are currently cursed, it will shut it off.
Ooh.
So you can just switch it on to cure curse, essentially. Which is maybe a little skeezy, but you're a wizard?
Right. All right. And in the melon room, we have Bat.
Ah, the supersonic wave.
Okay, so you can dive kick to get deeper underwater, Squirrel Token, and that'll let you skip one or two of the 3 required spots where you would need Skula in the Chaos Realm. But the 3rd spot, your dive kick can't get you deep enough. It just cannot. It's close though. I've done that. I've spent a lot of time trying to get through Chaotic Realm without Skula. You can do it if you zip. There's some zips that are used in the speedrun that do it, but I'm not a speedrunner.
Yeah, zips. But yes, this sword is the Alistor familiar. Alistor normally, I think, only appearing in Chaotic Realm.
Yeah, in like rooms with like Aranis and like Succubus and Demon Lord, like.
Right, no, I think I mostly remember it in the room that is the room right before death. Where you have some Aranis.
Yeah.
You have an Aranis up top and Alistor at the bottom.
Oh, wow. Demon Lord close up just gets like a double or triple tap. Oh, my goodness.
Uh-oh, we got hitboxes. Yeah, I'm not surprised that it has
because
a really low cooldown.
Well, it's very...
It's nice that it does.
It's also very, like, slow moving at the start, so, like...
Yeah,
you know,
that also helps. It's the same deal with Bad Horse.
Oh, come on. There we go. Yeah, it's very much like Bad Horse. I tricked the door. You can trick the door with any weapon in the game, including fist. You can if you jump, attack, and then move to the right, you will move backwards a little bit, and it won't get you through the door, but it's enough to actually trick the door, and then you can turn around and just walk through it.
Right, once you're close, it no longer tries to check and close.
Yeah, also ectoplasm, so...
There's your bottle of uncursed potion.
Yep. Alright.
Yeah, so Alistor, even though I think, honestly, like... No, my favorite Guardian soul is still Cognazo. My favorite Stain type soul.
I'm a big fan of the Black Knight.
Yeah, it has a little more range, but like Cognazo is just so many hits.
I know, it's Black Knight is so slow.
Black Knight has such a long cooldown that you can like legitimately whiff through something.
Ah, Booer. Hold on, I want to try out Booer Soul.
Bleh.
Oh my god, I can... This costs 5 a tick.
Yeah, so you can keep this up. It's like the flame shield from Circle.
Yeah.
If that means anything to you.
To me it does. Don't know about other people, how many people have played
Circle. Actually, don't ask me about Circle of the Moon. For as much as I love that game and have played it like a billion times, I have not memorized most facts about it the way that I have with some other games.
Same?
It's like, which is the Greek god that gives you this? Fuck, I don't know. I always just double check whenever I pick it up.
Yeah. Because Circle, for me, it was like, it was a launch game on the GBA, and so it was like the game I had for the GBA for quite some time. And, it's very interesting and very different with its, like, card system.
Good. Though maybe a little too stingy on cards.
Yeah.
But at the same time, the rest of your toolkit is very much functional.
I don't know if it flat gives you... I think it has very high drop rates for those first cards.
Yeah, I think you're basically guaranteed to get... Like, you can't not get Fire Whip.
Yeah.
Is basically...
What is the random numbers and letters that pop up when I... that's the seed, and then below it is DHI oops. Those are the rules of the randomizer. D is drops, item drops, and it drops both souls and items. H is hammer, the shop, and I is items, like the items on the overworld. Oops means they're all items on the overworld are souls.
God, I'd love to play some kind of Battle Network randomizer. The only Battle Network game that I actually understood was 2, because that's the one that I got a summer job at the pool, working at the snack bar, which effectively is only open 15 minutes out of every 60. So I think I actually put like 120 hours into Battle Network 2. And like I got them all. And I fought all the secret fights and all of that crap, and I basically was maximum.
Battle Network 2 and 3 are the ones I know best. 3 has a lot of like secret stuff in it, like behind this, like there's like the secret fight, the double secret fight, the triple secret fight, and then like after you do all those secret fights, that opens up another area. Like I would love to do like a randomizer for those.
Yeah, Link to the Past randomizer, I watch a guy who does them pretty seriously, like, with speedrun timer and all, and like different categories for it. And it's really fun to watch. So I imagine that like if Link to the Past is, it's a good randomizer. They're good randomizers, Slyo.
Yeah.
I guess it's like Link to the Past is a game that I find a little bit too giant and confusing to want to do as like a quick mouse out of stream sort of deal.
Yeah.
It's definitely something where I would have to apply the algorithm at all times.
I don't know the name. I don't know the game well enough for it. Yeah, PokeCaptain, that's certainly correct. Like 6 was really good as far as Battle Networks. It's just that 4 and 5 like tanked the series. Oh well. Alright, Hammer, this is important. What do you got? I need to know. High potion.
Also, say hi to your girlfriend. Your hit points are not good.
Ooh, I could buy Burt Gang. That gives me some con.
Burt Gang Knuckle Tats.
Burt Gang. Also buy Samurai Armor. Samurai Armor is the only...
it's that Balmung. Yeah, wanna be rich and dead? Wait, how much is Gold Ring?
Let me see what I don't know if I have enough cash. Actually, hold on. I can just sell all these weapons. I don't need them.
Yeah.
How much?
Like maybe save up for gold ring and then use that to get rich.
I can
Gold ring is very real. I've become a believer in gold ring as like a part of your
Ooh.
strategy.
Yep, I've got enough for gold ring.
Maybe you just get that.
I'll take gold ring. Makes enemies leave more what behind, and then I can go ahead and I mean, alright. Later, Mina. Alright, let's grab the soul up top here. Death.
Ah.
Just death.
Death.
Alright.
Also she's worried about you.
Yeah.
You'd... Yeah, it's true. We could add this as a toggle. You know, we know how to edit the ROM, and so we just have the script do it for us. So if people really, you know what, maybe that would be good. I'll talk with Dr. Goat and just sort of get the lowdown from him.
So like a name toggle?
I'd fork it. Yeah, so like you'd say "Oops all souls," and then like you'd type in "Wizness," and that would enable the Wizness mode.
Yeah, that'd be good.
Also, yes, give the gold ring a 1 in 1,000 chance to generate a mimic at your instead of money.
I'm so happy about the most recent update to the randomizer adding mimics.
Oh, what?
I love it.
Oh, okay. Right. I guess I didn't even think of that as like adding because you put in a code to make that not happen.
Oh.
Yeah, there's a code to not mix in mimic, but otherwise mimics get mixed in.
Well, $1,000 from Skeleton. Thank you, Gold Ring.
Yeah, see, and look, it is 1/5 paid for itself off Skeleton. Oh god, every enemy replaced with Prince Stolas.
Oh,
yes.
no, God.
Big owl mode. Welcome back to Castlevania, motherfucker.
This game doesn't have Owl Knight.
Right? There's that Stolas is the only owl in this game.
Yeah. Alright, well, I'm happy that we've already gotten, like, payment for the gold ring, like, decently, you know, out of the way. I think I'm just gonna take things in sequence.
Okay.
Like, I could go out of sequence. Actually, no, wait, I've already missed that. Never mind. I guess we're, like, I was like, let's take things in sequence, I say, as I go into inner quarters.
Ah, yes.
That's
in the dance hall.
That's sequence to me, right? Now I'll just go the back way into the dance hall. We have skeleton blades, we can go that way.
Oh, that's true.
I wonder what no, I actually know what happens. Never mind. I was gonna say, I wonder what happens if you walk into a cutscene room backwards, but the answer is nothing.
The answer is you get nothing.
Wait, hold on. Alistar, do you wake up enemies? Oh, okay, Persephone woke up. Alright.
Persephone is a professional. Do not fuck with her.
Yeah.
It's like, someone's arrived.
Hello. I see you're here. Alright, we want that soul quick.
Sato Yui, no, not yet, because it's not yet the right point in the timeline for me to travel to Japan to beat up Soma Couriers.
Alright, that's still years down.
Yo, and like, Curly just taking an orb on you.
Wow, I'm getting...
Yeah, by the way, these enemies are kind of strong.
Yeah.
Fuck with them. They're professionals.
Can Persephone hit me if I'm standing up here? Oh, this is very cheating.
I don't think her kung fu lets her jump that high. We can just appreciate her kung fu for a minute.
Oh, I need to eat, 29 health, alright. We need to leave.
You...
I am alive because of that choice, but, I don't remember if there's a save room on this side.
No, there isn't.
Yeah.
Because it's right... It's to the left of Headhunter.
Right. Oh, boy.
So maybe you're getting the hell out of here
Yeah, we're gonna...
in the safest way you can imagine. Alternatively, do you have any wacky way of restoring hit point?
No wacky way of restoring it. Oh, dear. I think this is a point where I need to soul set over to Wooden Golem. Yeah.
Oh, you're still rocking Aranus?
Yeah, but I need that MP regen to be able to...
Yeah. No, I think that's the right choice. Is that when you're a little deeper than you should be, you need Wood Golem just to finish the fights faster. But when you're a little above where you should be, or a little shallower than where you can handle, it's better to just get the extra XP.
I know I can go right to exit, but that's through witches. So.
No. Here's how we change the Julius fight in the mode. You want to know what you do?
What do we do?
You just spawn 2 of them. It's easy. This is double Julius. You're dead. Get the fuck out of here. I'm the legendary vampire killer.
It was said that Julius had like an army with him when he...
Right? Like, this was the War of 1999.
So I'm just letting Alistor sort of clear a path.
Let Alistor do her job.
Alright. Thank you for clearing
Very
the path.
important for Alistor to do her job.
Thank you, Alistor. I definitely needed that. Okay,
Yo, nice. That was a good run. Back to the smoothie shop.
Yeah.
Also, save points to smoothie shops now.
Ah.
Canonically, Soma Cruz loves smoothies.
Well, really, that's pretty normal in the year 2035. Smoothie shops are all over the place.
Like, cupcakes are finally over. Froyo is still basically around, but mostly just in the more popular areas, and there are an infinite number of smoothie shops.
Right, like, how many of them we have here in Dracula's castle? It's ridiculous.
Like this is one dude's house, and we have like 7, maybe 12.
And again, this is Soma's house.
That's true.
So
this is your house?
So, of course, if Soma put them there, like...
Right. It's his innermost desire put it there. Because, like, the castle is responding to his will. What was big in 99? The way Froyo and Cupcake? Shit. In 99, I didn't have disposable income?
I have no idea.
So I don't know.
Yeah.
I didn't have my own transportation, and I didn't have disposable income. Pogs? Yeah, you can eat Pogs. I seen him do it.
I would not recommend eating Pogs. But I also cannot stop you from eating Pogs.
You can do it, and I cannot recommend it.
Alright, what's in that spot?
Yeah,
Giant Ghost.
That is good for the death fight. I'm a firm believer in that soul for the death fight, especially if you don't have Black Panther to just run away from stuff. Although, like, even with that to run away from stuff, I still prefer Giant Ghost in Phase 1. Like, Phase 2 has no projectiles, so... Is your orb double tapping zombie officer?
If I'm close enough.
Yeah, I think the orb just sort of keeps accelerating.
It has a top speed, but also...
The top speed's pretty high.
Yeah.
I think. Like, I saw you chase it for a while, and it seemed like it was speeding up. Does the randomizer ever make the game unbeatable? No. Or at least I have never, ever seen... It's never happened to me.
Yeah.
It's not supposed to happen. Basically, the way that these sorts of things work, because the author of the AOS randomizer has made many other randomizers before, is basically you identify the critical path and what gets you through it, and you make sure that much is fulfilled. Happened once on an older version to Tie Tuesday. I saw him doing that. I'm not convinced he was actually unbeatable. I'm pretty sure that, like, that said, earlier versions,
Well, right, like, there
yeah,
are...
you can soft lock, but
Right.
that's not an unbeatable seed.
Right. It depends on what you're...
And also, like, that this is something that more recent versions have addressed, is that, Balor and Legion will always give you something that lets you escape.
Yeah, like, Legion has given Hippogriff a lot.
Yeah, I Hippogriff, Malphus.
Yeah,
I've gotten a lot of Black Panthers from Balor.
See, okay, I guess that brings up two different definitions of unbeatable, because there's the, like, I can create a state in this game that does soft lock it, is one, but then there's also, like, this one does not contain a legal path to victory.
Right, like, fails to contain the critical path versus possible to achieve a soft lock state.
Right. And those are two
And that was probably the case, is that like, he had a seed where it's possible to reach a soft lock state.
Right.
A path, I want to say, is very, very likely to exist. I don't know. He might be right.
Yeah.
Like, the author did say, like, I'm not a AOS expert. I've just talked with people about what the critical path is.
In one of the things I think that affected the earlier versions was a belief that certain, like, speedrun tricks were trivial.
Yeah, so the damage boost off that axe armor in the in Pitch Black Intrusion. Is it Pitch Black Intrusion in this game? I always forget.
That's not a, like...
No, that's...
No.
What's the name of the, like, the first area? I know the name of every area.
I don't even... Like, I'm sitting here...
Anyway, the axe armor damage boost
Yeah.
is something that they thought was trivial because they just happened to nail it the first try.
A Great Hallway, is that it? Oh, I got triple
Corridor?
tap.
Entrance corridor.
Yeah, Castle
Castle corridor. There we go. Castle corridor. Anyway, fight Big Golem.
Yeah, I'm getting triple taps with Demon Lord in this fight.
Yeah,
so...
things that have projectiles with low cooldowns are great against this enemy.
And our
So,
prize?
like, Bad Horse, Demon Lord,
Ooh, my prize is Red Minotaur.
Lightning Doll, and Minotaurs are good to have in your pocket for chaos. Not you being stupid. It's like, just because a critical path exists doesn't mean
Right.
it's easy to find or perform.
We've had you can have these where the souls needed for victory are hidden in some room that you didn't know existed, because...
Right. They will gladly put critical path items in secret rooms as long as it can guarantee that you could access that secret room.
Yeah. And so you might not know there's a second secret room in inner quarters. You know, in that one, there's the secret room and then there's the double secret. You know.
Right. Which, yeah, that's pretty sneaky.
Yeah.
There's the ceiling one in the dance hall.
The one with the mimic in it, and I think Sherman ring in base.
Yeah, the one that was one of the later ones for me to learn about. I just didn't know that one.
That one.
And then, when I had to really scrub the map on a seed, that's when I finally learned about it.
Yeah. That one I liked because there was a point where, like, Kaz was doing an Aria run trying to find Mimic Soul, and we go ahead and look at, like, the wiki listing of where Mimic exists, and the one in the dance hall wasn't listed.
Yikes. That's pretty intense. Yeah, that area doesn't have, below the dance hall doesn't have a name. I always call it the cellar. Or the root cellar.
Yeah.
Even though it's like up above these other things, and therefore it is factually not a root cellar.
But it really looks like one.
Then again, we're in like a floating magic castle in the moon. So maybe those rules don't fucking apply and it's a root cellar.
Right. Alright, here we get this one. Ooh! My favorite, lubricant.
Yeah. Good old Rubicante is just good.
Yep.
It's there when you need it.
Yeah. The power of Rubicante is just to flat double your strength if you're at low health.
And us not being a TAS means that it's a little risky to play like that.
Right.
But even at like half, it starts to look pretty good.
Right, then it's a 50%.
Oh, we got something gray.
Mm-hmm.
Yo, I did a full run without that the other day. I mean, you literally, if they don't put a critical path item in the backdash room, then you don't need backdash, I guess, right?
Right, and heck, it's not actually too hard to get into the backdash room without it, so...
I think
I don't know if that's considered.
Under the normal randomizer, it does consider backdash a requirement for that room.
Okay.
In chaos mode, it does, like, chaos mode should really just be called speedrunner mode, because it's the mode that assumes that you know all the good speedrunner tricks.
Everything I've seen of chaos mode has actually been honestly less chaotic because it seems to have
it's sort of a wacky name that makes more sense lore wise than mechanics wise.
Right. Later skeleton.
Because it's way more predictable. It's called you have to arena first.
Well,
because we're gonna give you Skula.
Okay, so when I say not too hard, I obviously the knowledge of it is something you would.
It's.
But let me put it this way: the way I performed the Gravekeeper skip the first time, I watched Kaz doing an Aria randomizer like 3 weeks ago, and he did that little trick to get into the backdash room, and I was just kind of watching that. I'm like, oh, that's really interesting. And I went to replicate it and was able to replicate it in about a minute just from watching it because it's...
Yeah, it's a knowledge trick more than a dexterity trick.
Right, because it...
Not to say that, like,
being able to... performing it once you know about it is very, very simple compared to, like, some other tricks where it's like, well, I know about this trick, but now it's...
like the axe armor damage boost, for example. I understand perfectly in theory, and have never pulled it off.
Yes, that's where those demons are from.
Rubicante Scarmiglione, Cagnoso, Barbaricia not appearing in this game. Just get 3 out of 4.
Yep.
It's okay. We can all admit that we know them from FF4.
It's true.
You're among friends.
Oh crap. Well, I was able to open that room, but
Yeah, you can't get up there yet.
Didn't really fully think that through. I've got everything in here. So it looks like I'm leaving off a room in the cellar, but that's just a guaranteed gold, oddly enough. because it's in a torch or in a candle, so it's not. There's always, it's $500, which is nice, but.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure Barbaricia is in Dawn, even.
Like in
so
this
there's
game,
definitely a lot less of an ass kicking.
yeah, in this game they only have 3 of the demon enemies, so. Oh, I can't rely on that sword to open this one. Can rely on bad.
Yeah, but that'll do it. Zombie Soldier will do it.
But yeah, this is the second room I was talking about. This here is a, like, there's this secret room, and you're like, ah, the secret. But there's also the double secret room. Was Hammer not selling weapons? This is a hack that makes weapons have no attack value in wizard mode. So, Hammer was selling weapons, but I sold him, like, 5 katanas and said, no, I'm good, thanks.
Oh, bad horse.
Oh.
A little less exciting with Demon Lord already in the pocket.
Right.
Although it is a little less expensive.
Let's find out. 30 to use versus 38. Yes, it is cheaper. Which does mean that it's less damaging, as, like, cost is, yeah, again, like
I don't know. I'm trying to defend it just because I like it a lot.
Well, I think the horse is easier to get the double hit with. Bigger hit.
Yeah, because it definitely has the, like, extend to full size and then start zooming.
Yeah. Doesn't that affect magic damage? Weapons having no attack value? No, it's just that weapons do not add to your attack value. Like, it doesn't change your magic damage. Okay, we have to fight Headhunter. Right, let's call on my buddy. Okay, I can get the double tap.
That should be no problem.
Yeah. And if
also Headhunter's first phase definitely has a pretty wide hitbox.
If I wanted to make this even sillier, I could use... I did pick up Killer Doll.
Brutal.
Headhunter is one of the bosses heavily affected by Killer Doll. Killer Doll, if you haven't seen it, it's a very silly soul.
It's very lovable.
Yes.
It's a very lovable soul.
So you throw out a either a Mina or a Soma doll, and
so cute.
The enemy will treat that as you, and will attack that location, which for this boss is not as useful because, like, even if the boss is attempting to attack at that location, it's still like magic attacks that fill the screen. So you know. You're not really getting
filled it up with garbage. The Soma doll is so cute. Maybe I should commission one. Get a little Dracu goblin.
Dracula.
Also, yeah, right. So if please do not be afraid to ask about stuff.
Yeah.
Slayer and I know what is gonna go on pretty well, and so we might do some things a little fast. Or use unofficial terminology for things.
Yep.
Or various other annoying speedrun habits, even though I am not a speedrunner.
Yeah. Well, so, Mike, one of the funny things is even later bosses won't ignore Killer Doll. Chaos itself, for the most part, respects Killer Doll. It's really weird. I love it. I love Killer Doll. But yeah, no, I love, like, I am always happy to explain what is going on in it with things and you know, to give knowledge to other people who may not have it. Ooh, what's that weapon? Oh, base lard, okay.
Base lard. Hey, that's also Knuckle Tats. Maybe not as cool as Burt Gang. Like, Burt Gang is like, yo, I roll with Burt and we're tough as hell.
Yeah, we're the Burt Gang.
Whereas Base Load is like, Useful for baking.
True.
Not if you want to share with your friends who can't eat.
Tsuchinoko.
Yeah.
Alright, and one more soul up here. Normally, this is where you would get Undyne and Hunting.
Yeah, and Hunting is pretty decent.
Yeah.
It's got a good little flair on its hitbox.
Yeah, the hitbox of Hunting is probably its most notable feature.
Yeah, it's the first weapon you get that has a hitbox anything like it has.
Yeah, I was gonna say Levitate.
Right, and that, you know, Levitate has a similar, if not quite equivalent. But like a lot of the magical elemental swords have like this flare on them. I know Rahab's goes a little bit more forward and not really so much up.
Yeah.
But Levitate has the flare that Hunting has. Vajia has just sort of lightning that sort of goes out in a cone. And so it has longer range.
Oh.
And a little less damage, but more, like basically no cooldown because that's lightning's gimmick in this game.
Yeah, I can't leave here this way.
Nah, you can't.
Unless I find... No, I won't find in here. There's no other...
No, so you just gotta walk back out. You do have school already though, right?
Yeah, I have school already. So
okay, so you have places to go.
Yeah. And, like, if I... Yeah, I can't leave from here. So, again, normally you'd go upstairs and you would get Undyne, and then you'd walk on this water and jump up here, but we don't have that. So I guess that means I just backtrack to the warp point and dance hall. That's not actually that bad.
Yep. Oh wait, Milliken's sword. I forget if that has any kind of sparkle on it. That's the one that can petrify, right?
I think that's the one that can petrify. I don't use that one very often at all.
It's weird, because it's like, I don't think you can safely touch petrified enemies.
Yeah.
Their gimmick is that they take infinity billion damage while petrified.
Yeah. There's a warp point in inner quarters, but it's on the other side of that.
Yeah, we can't get to it.
We can't get to
I also always forget to tag that, and then am filled with regret later.
Yep. And
because I always want it.
We do not have the... Oh, that was cool. Oh, come on. Let me redo that again. Come on. Yes!
Yo, that ruled though.
So I get frozen in time, thrown back, and then like my meteor is still coming out of behind me.
Yo, that's metal.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, also Chronomage is dynamite, and I love Chronomage a lot. There are a lot of very lovable monsters in this game, and Chronomage is one of them.
Yep.
Very lovable.
I was kind of amazed to learn that there are multiple ways past the Chronomage.
Yeah, I only know 2.
Right.
Which is multiple.
Right, that is the multiple. I only knew 1 before.
That's true. Tsuchinoko cannot help you. Chronomage cannot be bribed.
Damn it.
Chronomage knows that time is much more valuable than money.
Mm-hmm.
Doesn't care about your fucking Ralph's Club card.
Like, no, look.
Look, buddy.
Projectiles projectiles do persist through screen transitions. I've seen it with, I think Siren is the soul I see that the most with. With the little music notes going through doorways.
Oh, yeah.
Can Chronomage be affected by Chronomage? You should give it a shot.
And give it a try. I mean, it's like, you know, it is empirical.
Mm-hmm.
This is what my comp sci teacher would always say when he was tired of us asking questions.
But yeah, if you time stop somebody who has the time stop abilities before they can time stop, it generally works out.
As seen in various pieces of media.
Ooh, we've beaten Headhunter, so we get the first shop expansion.
Oh yeah, and there's Levitin and Viaya.
Anything that's worth equipping? Oh, Dainsleif is the one that has the stat reductions.
Yeah, Dainsleif is a cursed sword.
So, Bird Gang would be, like, better than nothing as far as a weapon slot goes. I have Samurai... Did I not equip Samurai Armor? I bought Samurai Armor and didn't equip it. Excellent.
You know, you're keeping it...
Keep it, yeah, just keep it in the back.
Yeah, no, it's a display copy.
Right. So, I could purchase... No, like, I could purchase gold or silver plate, and that would be a upgrade defense-wise, but I'd lose the strength.
Yeah, that's pretty valuable in this mode.
Yeah. Also, you buy Crimson Cloak, which is unreal. Like, you know, it's just... Eh, that's fine, but a gold ring. I have gold ring. Hey, Mina. Message from Arikado. Well, from here, we can still go into Floating Gardens. We don't have Undyne. Undyne's supposed to be the lock for Floating Gardens, but it just is not. Just the platform is low enough that double jump just barely can make it.
Brutal. Arikado has been like having to do this fake name shit for so long that he's just gotten tired of it. He's like, look.
How long do you think it took him to start using the fake name?
Probably not until like the 1900s.
Like, just went by Alucard anyway, and then like every once in a while somebody was like, wait a minute.
Right. Is it like he basically still is? He's just like, well,
Right.
I want to pretend to be a Japanese person for a while, so I'm turning it into more Japanese sounding syllables.
Right.
Even though I am clearly a like Eastern European person. Like 100%. Look at me. Please look at me. I'm beautiful, but also look at me.
Yeah, that thing keeps accelerating. Okay, so, again, standing on water would normally be how you get through this spot, but if you just kind of, like... hold on, I gotta get this.
This I gotta see.
I gotta get this.
I've never managed to do this with just double jump.
There we go. So you have to jump towards the corner. That's what you're aiming for.
Oh, okay, so you're taking advantage of the corner magnetism.
Yeah.
Which is a very real thing in this game.
Yep. The corners are...
That makes sense.
Slightly lower, so you just get to just jump.
It's a good trick.
Yeah.
Now I know that for future routing is that I can get up here with just double jump.
Yeah. Now
Even though I really like to have Hippogriff for Floating Gardens, but you know, can't win them all.
Right. Like I talked about the Grave Keeper trick being like, you know, pretty simple to pull off once you had seen it. Even seeing that trick right there, it's a little more difficult to find.
Yeah, it's pretty precise positioning.
Like the Gravekeeper trick does not have has a very forgiving like timing to it. That one does not have that one has forgiving timing but not forgiving positioning.
Yeah.
Alright, and
definitely the Gravekeeper door skip is probably the gentlest of what I'd consider to be like.
Alright.
Uh-oh, we zipping?
So this is next on our trip.
Absolutely no fear. You bastard. You're gonna get fucking murdered. Is what's gonna happen.
I love it.
This even takes you basically right to the warp point, so you can like leave, make it permanent, and then try again.
Yes. The save room is also 4 to the left from there. You're in like a never not arena zip. Yeah, that's me.
Yeah,
I love arena zip.
Sly's motherfucking arena zip.
I love it.
Yo, I hope you get giant bat. No, I hope you find giant bat before you actually get to Balor, so that you can do the beam skeleton room skip.
Now the question
That's my favorite piece of idiot knowledge.
The giant bat skip on that room.
Yeah.
I'm gonna check around here. There's a decent number of items in this area. There's the hot spring. Oh, this Skull Million does not respond to me firing. Neither does Beam Skeleton.
No, they chillin'. And this is pretty passable damage. Only the single tap because they're a little far, but
Ooh.
you know, get your wood golem back on, I guess.
Dead Crusader can just block me. Oh boy.
Yeah, Dead Crusader doesn't give a shit, by the way.
Alright, fine.
The trick is to act like you don't care if he blocks it or not. He really likes to block just to make people feel bad.
Mm-hmm. But if
he's not getting that validation, his heart's not in it. Please tell me it murders Gargoyle. I hate Gargoyle so much.
One shot.
Absolutely perfect.
So right here is the save room in the arena. So I do this trick all the time. I love this trick. Anyway, I need to go up to the hot tub room and investigate that.
Like hot tub room,
Ooh.
like 95% chance to have something either critical or at least good.
I can't get up there?
Oh, yeah, I guess you can't.
Double jump isn't enough.
You need giant bat. Which is fair for them to demand. They're like, come back after you beat the boss.
Alright. Let's go to... Oh boy, I don't actually know if I want to go into lubricant zone. Let's just fucking fight Baylor or whatever.
Gargoyle attacks at an angle that's really crappy if you don't have a weapon of the type that is good at solving that thing. Yeah, I don't like doing the Rubicante room without Black Panther.
Yeah.
And I don't like doing the conveyor belt room without Gargoyle. Alright, so this should be a pretty much fine fight. Yeah. I actually... Do you want a suggestion?
What's up?
See what horse gets you. I think it'll be easier to double tap.
It indeed is.
Also, it appears to be hitting harder.
Yeah, typing maybe?
Could be.
The double tap is important here.
Yeah, you're basically getting that double tap for free.
So, I've talked about Baylor's patterns. Don't get punched. Like,
don't get...
If you're gonna get hit by anything, don't get hit by the... Oh, whoa, we're on phase 2.
Ask me about punching.
Also, yeah, don't forget to switch to Aranis before you finish him off.
Oh, good idea. That's really important. Thank you. Hey, Kaz.
Hey. I'm glad you're playing this video game.
I have switched to Aranis and gotten the level up. Also, you're kind of quiet. Let me see if I can adjust that.
So you're at level 15 before...
Alright, I have adjusted Kaz's volume upwards.
Now it's
Ahoy, Kaz!
Yep.
Poison one!
Well,
now you're immune to poison.
Alright.
Good.
And I got slime.
That is the worst way to be immune to poison in this video game.
By soul.
Well, no, I mean, the better way is zombie, so that instead of...
Right.
just immunity, you get like
Right,
poison
yeah, so that was
becomes
worth 6
power.
levels.
Have you been skipping out on fighting enemies? Have I been lax in my training techniques about punching out bomber armor again and again?
You have not, but I have not encountered bomber armor because I literally will always skip into the arena at my first given chance. So I went into I went into the floating gardens fully intending to, you know, go ahead and be like, oh, you know, we'll go ahead and go to death, and then I just saw my chance, and it's like, wait, I have to do this. So
I worked at it for a couple hours and went through about 100 seeds of the randomizer. And I finally found one with an early gun. So
early gun or silver gun?
Handgun.
Okay.
Regular old handgun. I don't even know if it contains silver gun, so I might be using like Dracula's handgun for the entire game. Should be fine. It's just punching from like a distance. So
And that's why they don't let me box anymore.
Look, it's just punching from a distance. I don't see the problem.
Yes. Oh, you got Prince Stolas in the regular version of the room where Prince Stolas appears in the chaotic realm.
That's serendipity right there.
Oh, my lore. I love it. I love all this lore I'm inventing.
I don't know if I'm in it for the lore.
I'm in it for
I was actually
Stolas.
hoping to be in it for like Eternal Card Game.
Ooh.
Or something.
I plan on doing some Hearthstone after this.
Oh, okay.
But right now I'm in the Wizard.
Yeah, no doubt, no doubt. Are you going for true ending or just like any old beat 'em?
I generally like to do true ending. It lets me fight Julius. And then I fight Chaos and I'm unhappy because
That's true. I don't know what I would do against Julius in Wizard mode. I'd be like, oh man,
Like-
this is a new fight. Like, I never end up using any souls against Julius. It's just like, my strongest weapon and my body right next to his face all the time.
I have in the past, like, fought Julius with Legion. Like, as a... Because, you know, it Legion hits pretty dang hard against Julius. Yeah, Chaos is also quite difficult on this mode because, you know, weapons don't give you damage, and Chaos Form 1. But I've watched Kaz fight Chaos Form 1 with fists enough, right? Like...
like fists and slide tackles.
As long as I find Kicker Skeleton, we'll be
You need to
alright.
find Kicker Skeleton. Oh man, could I have the mode of the game where the kicker skeleton does like full damage, like full weapon damage?
I'm always sad that it doesn't do full.
I mean, one of the things that I thought about from time to time with this game is there are a lot of punching weapons. You know, the bare fist, I think I have proven, is a valid way to complete the entire video game.
Define valid.
Well, maybe later. But, like, in addition to that, there's a whole category of fist weapons. So, like, clearly someone wanted that to be an appealing option. Right? Like,
yeah.
You don't just put 7 different fist weapons in your game and hope that no one ever uses them.
It's
So
odd.
like,
though?
there's some love of boxing or fisticuffs on the team, you know, that designed this game. They're like, okay, Soten didn't have enough like punching weapons. Can we put more punching in?
It's odd because a lot of those are hidden. Like, are not hidden in a, sorry, like everything in this game's hidden. I mean, like, the poison knuckle is a drop.
Yes.
Kaiser knuckle only exists in hard. You know, that's sort of hidden. So
So, like this bonus. So, like by the time you could ever use them in the regular game, you're nowhere close to them, right? Like you found such better stuff by that point, unless you like for some reason intentionally don't. Like you just don't pick up any of this other stuff. And
Right. Yeah, Whip Knuckle's also a drop. Whip Knuckle. I like this horse.
Whip Knuckle's fun.
Everyone loves my horse.
Mach Punch is fun. I like all of the fist weapons.
If I go right
Oh,
from
it
here?
took me until now to realize that you're not immediately going after Julius. We have a lot more work to do before that.
Yes.
I'm like, oh yeah.
Specifically, I need to find these 3 souls somewhere in the game. Because I have none of them at the moment. There's Bale.
Alright, I gotta roll out.
Alright.
So, I imagine that this run will very soon have fewer horses and more fists.
Yeah, you should use Were Jaguar. Yeah.
I have both Were Jaguar and Were do I have all of them? Hold on, let me check. Werewolf, Were Jaguar, Were Tiger.
Sweet. I love them.
Alright, well thank you for joining.
Alright, good night.
Alright.
Yeah. No, Were Tiger is my favorite because that one most closely resembles just a punch, and you can basically cancel it into itself. So you can just like rock up to enemies, go door to door, and hit them.
Alright, so if I go left here, that gets me into the other side of this area, and there's one item around here. Oh, there's one item in this area, and I forget where.
Yeah, it's kind of central. Like you're in like 4 different rectangles, and the item is in like the meeting place of all those rectangles.
Okay.
Man, what I wouldn't give to be able to punch constantly like this with greater MP regen and all. Yeah, then you like fall down that one, and there's like a thing.
Oh,
I am watching you, and I'm on like a 30-second delay. I'm gonna have to try and anticipate your moves a little bit.
Yeah, I understand.
Oh, but you might be able to see it from like a distance.
If I can see it, that's enough. Oh, I can. That is enough. Soul Set, Demon Lord.
Oh yeah, let's send him through.
Yeah. Demon Lord was one of my, like, first soul drops in this.
How do we get Killerfish?
Yeah. I like Killerfish. I really like that one room that just has a Killerfish and nothing else in it.
That poor fish.
It's just there. I'm always like, what is the fish doing here?
I swear, I want that to be further evidence that there was at one point a like water level puzzle in the game, and they just cut it so that like that fish would be dangerous if the water level was high. I don't know though. It's hard to prove.
It kind of feels like that whole underground reservoir is like, you know, forgotten area.
Yeah, I think it's the weakest of the designs of the areas of the game.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't like going there, but I frequently find myself there anyway.
Right. So, one of the things about the wizard mode that I'm currently using, the wizard mode romhack, is that with the upped MP regen the romhack has and wooden golem, I have this infinite MP pool. It's pretty great. Alright, oh, hey. Right, Graham's here. I don't know, if it ends up taking too terribly long to find all 3 of the finishing souls, like, I might just go ahead and do a normal, like, just beat up on Graham. But right now I don't even have the option of beating up on Graham. Like, I can't
Great,
get...
we need what? Giant Bat, Hippogriff Wing...
One of those
some
two?
very clever grave diggers.
Yeah, like... Is there like a way I can clip to top floor? Is that something legal? Alright. I can fight... Now I can fight bomber armors forever. Hey, bomber armor gave me $1,000. Thanks, bomber armor. Bomber armor is always happy to help in this game. So were you doing a run earlier today?
Yep.
How did that go?
Well, it was pretty standard, I guess, for how I go through those. Ended up finding a weapon that I really wanted in Hammer's shop.
Ooh.
The Muramasa. Got enough money for both it and Death's Robe. He was selling Death's Robe. And I'm like, oh, okay.
Oh.
Well, this is just solved. But by the time I came back to like I had just purchased Death's Robe, and then I went to the Legion's land. Beat up Legion, and then behind Legion was a Death's Robe, and I'm like, oh my god, I spent all this money.
Oh no!
Like, it was just gone here. Whoops.
It was there the whole time.
Yeah, it was basically there the whole time. I honestly don't remember much about that run because I spent so much more time today just going through different seeds trying to find one that had the handgun.
Alright, Death. I've got my own ability to summon a sword to help me.
Yeah, I really don't know about wizard mode. I don't know how I feel about it.
I mean,
yes, it's cool to have like enough MP to finally do what you want, kind of like Shinoa, right? In
yeah.
Order of Legion.
It seems very like, I don't know, like easy is a word that like comes to mind. Like it's your damage output when you have MP as a resource is much higher than you, about as high as you would expect, I guess. Like,
Yeah. I guess it makes you a glass cannon in all circumstances. You just find like any soul that's worth any amount of damage, and then off you go.
yeah, like Death there was like the most trivial death fight I've ever had. Oh, hold on.
Holding.
Elra. I need to take some damage.
I see.
How
Now you will never die again.
how invincible am I? Hold on. Okay, with that and Iron Golem.
A Minotaur dropped Tsuchinoko. That's fun.
Ooh.
Yeah, it looks like you could still use some help in that regard.
Yeah, like I guess I would want to find the rune ring?
Yeah, like no doubt you are a powerful regenerator right now. I guess it's kind of funny to see like how the balance of everything shakes out, because like the Chaos Ring does exist in the game.
Yes.
You can have maximum, like permanent maximum MP from an item. So we have this other extreme, but here in wizard mode we've hacked it, or the Dr. Goat I guess has hacked it so that we have just more, and it's a ton, but it's not permanent maximum, you know. So
Right.
there's still something to that. I do think it's neat that you can tweak the numbers. I guess we're we're just balance adjusting the game at this point.
Yeah.
Like, well, you know, it's good, but let's see how it shakes out next season. Some
I think
players are using this soul rather than this other soul. Need to get more demon hunters. Need to give them a boost. Get one of their sets
right.
a little boost.
I think it's an interesting like idea. I don't know how repeatable this mode is. Like in the sense that I feel like a lot of them would play out very similarly.
God. See, Lightning Doll there, that's one of the ones that I would try to find and then never use anything else. That soul is pretty powerful.
Yeah, if I didn't like...
It's decently immediate. It has a great deal of range. It has 2 hits in it. Has a damage type, I guess, if you're interested in that kind of stuff.
Let's show it off because it is extremely good. Wow, that one-shot bomber armor. Alright, I need to walk across this because I don't... Well, I don't know, spikes could kill me, I say, as I regenerate thousands upon thousands of hit points.
Damage could be dangerous, he says. Taking lots of damage. This might hurt eventually.
Yeah, I feel like a...
Skeleton!
I am a Diablo 3 character with, like, infinite recovery. It's like, you know what? I regenerate... I have my, what is it? What the heck's that, oh god.
Your Molten Wildebeest gizzard?
Yeah, my gizzard. I've got my gizzard in, and, like, that's fine. Like, I think warrior mode where you don't have any MP, I think we just kind of call that the normal game most of the time.
Yeah, frankly.
Yep. So yeah, Chronomage does stop Chronomage. It's one of my favorite little things. I didn't, like, I wasn't certain if it would work, but it's like, oh, yeah.
No, that totally does work. Whoa, $500.
I have
the gold ring.
I do have the gold ring.
I love that I've infected you guys with delicious knowledge about how great some things are in this game.
Right?
It's like, oh yeah, no, just monsters drop thousands of gold now.
See, I could have, I could have, like, purchased the item I wanted from, Hammer, but instead I purchased the gold ring, so I could later purchase the item I want with all of the money. Okay, speaking of which, Hammer should have a shop upgrade. Looks like I can buy tasty meat, more cream puffs. I can buy melon? What? That's fake.
Purchase melon.
That's fake.
How much for the melon?
Melon is...
Oh my god, 1,500?
Oh, wait, hold... Oh, you bring up a good point. Hey, Tsuchinoko. Let's try this again. 1,200 for melon with Tsuchinoko. Ooh, I can buy Dracula's tunic. What? Or Demon's Mail. Shit. Those are both really good. Do I have anything worth selling?
God, Satan's ring. I love that the game has Satan's ring.
Yeah. Okay, I cannot afford Satan's ring. Satan's ring and the Tear of Blood are very close together. But yeah, Dracula's tunic or Demon's Mail would be incredible. Yeah, Hammer raided Dracula's armory. It just has, like...
Yeah, jeez. Man, Demon's Mail would be a good pickup if only to ever use it, because ordinarily, I mean, the base game anyway, it's a drop from, like, biggest demon who only appears in the Chaos Land, and it's like, come on.
Yeah, like...
By the time you're here, that's just not happening.
Oh, zombie gave me 500 bucks. Thanks. Where do I want to go next? I think I have to start going underwater.
Okay, so we do have Skula.
You know, we have school, because right now I don't have a vertical movement power other than Malthus. Actually, what if I could just go do Legion right now?
Yeah, you could zip back to the Coliseum. That'd probably be the quickest way to get to him.
Yeah, and then, like, kind of backtrack my way through the reservoir? That'd basically at least be interesting.
I think that's better than forward tracking our way through the reservoir, because that place is terrible.
Right. Also, yeah, I don't like that. I don't have Undine either, so I can't get into Forbidden. Like, I can't get through there. Yeah, we'll do Legion. We'll backport through my zip.
Yeah. Zip.
I love this zip. I will do this at every single, like, chance given.
I think it's a good tool. I haven't found Gravekeeper in a lot of my recent runs. So I'm just like, eh.
Yeah, without Gravekeeper, like, I think technically you can do the skip with, oh my god, there are 5 gargoyles on me. Okay.
Yeah, no, you can. It's possible. It's just
Well,
like, you have to kind of negotiate with the Gorgon a little bit more.
Right. Specifically, I think you can do it with Giant Bat, but also, like, it's much more difficult, and also if you have Giant Bat, like...
Right?
Really?
If you have Giant Bat and you're still doing zips, then you're a TAS. It's kind of the scale of things. Ooh, who do we got here? Max armor. This is one of the little nooks that I frequently forget.
Ooh,
All
okay.
the needles.
Okay, I'm gonna show this room off. So, I'm going to walk right into this room, and there's nothing here. Weird.
Yeah, no one here.
I'm going to very quickly...
No one being stabbed.
Yeah, nobody being stabbed. And if I just... Oh, where'd you come from? Whoa.
Suddenly.
Somebody being stabbed. Yeah.
Man, I never noticed, but Yoko has extremely short arms. Like, she has tiny little flop arms. Are they supposed to be, like, at her side? Like, is she sticking her hands out, like, from the elbow? Because that's the only way that I can imagine her arms, like, looking like that. It might just be poor sprite work, but so much of the sprite work in this game is really good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
And then I just throw a bunch of lightning at a were-jaguar, and we're done with that.
Yep.
I feel like this fight is going to be... Actually, I'm going to have to be careful here.
Yeah, every time that I think I'm gonna have a safe or easy Legion fight, no, he's got way too many hit points.
Right.
Like,
well, I also am gonna have to be careful I don't kill Core. Oop. Yeah.
well, as long as you're hitting, as long as you care to try to do it, I think that you're
right.
fine. Although, okay, so I've been playing through Final Fantasy VI.
Uh-huh.
And you know Magimaster at the top of the Magic Tower?
Yes.
And there are, like, traditionally 2 ways to kill him because he has the, like, fade away Ultima that he does, and that will mess you up. So you have life 3, or, like, summon Palador at the right time, and have someone jumping when it happens so that they survive. Or you can just MP drain him, and he will die upon losing all of his MP, and he still does the counterattack. Oh my god, kicker spell attack. He still does the counterattack, he just doesn't have enough MP for it, so away he goes. But with the most recent time that I did this, He actually almost killed himself by reflecting powerful spells off of me before I got him MP3. So there was this like extra loss condition. Like I was racing like his MP versus his HP, and I'm like, oh my god, I have to take a couple rounds off to cure him. Just
Goodness.
one of the most insane things. I don't know how that happened. It's just like he kept taking 5,000 damage from his own move. I'm like, dude,
Cut that
can't
out.
deal that much MP damage, okay?
That
game can be kind of nuts.
The last time I played through that area, I specifically, like, soft-locked the game when the Magic Master came down to fight me.
Whoa.
Like,
What happened there?
like, he just wouldn't, like, his little sprite comes down, but he wouldn't battle me. Like, he couldn't connect with me. I don't know what happened.
That's weird.
So I was stuck up at the top of the,
Oh no, you're surrounded by all the guys!
yeah. So I had,
And you can't warp out or anything because they have the fight there.
yeah, so I had to redo the whole tower.
Yeah.
Like, including, like, the dragon on the way up, and I'm just like, oh.
No, I mean, getting ganked either at the top or near it and having to redo the whole tower is the essential original experience of that goddamn tower.
Yes, that's basically how the tower
I did it
is
this
set.
most recent time with the Moogle charm, and it's like, oh, there's only like 4 levels. Man, this tower is kind of tiny, huh? But it's like, nah, dude.
No.
Like, it is small in size, huge and evil. Let me tell you.
Hmm.
The zoo is reminding you of Aranis. I don't know why. Are we really that EXP starved?
We mentioned it earlier, specifically in this fight, so... Right now...
I picked up the air anchor. I don't know what to think of air anchor. I think in a lot of ways, like, Final Fantasy VI is sometimes too clever for its own good. Or could benefit from being randomized.
Is there a randomizer for that?
There is indeed. The same guy who did this one, in fact.
Excellent.
Yeah.
I've seen that there was an FF5 one, but I just haven't... I haven't been in the FF5 mood, you know?
No, I can totally feel that. I fear I may have done myself permanent irreparable harm with the All Dares run, which, while magical as journeys go and incredible, it's not something that I care to repeat, even in a kind of small way.
Right. I'm trying very hard to not kill the core here. Because
It'll be fine.
It's possible for me to...
It is... Yeah, I know. I think it'll be great.
Yeah, I think it'll be fine. Okay.
I think it is. I think this dude is just possessed by the spirit of randomizers.
Okay. 1, 2... We did, in fact, make it before the core exploded. So far, we're about 600 health so far of damage I've done to the core outside, so I'm gonna see...
Right, so... Anyway, yeah, it's the same dude. I'll just link it in the zoo.
Yeah, please do. There you go. Oh no. The bouncing orb.
No. Oh my god, randomized blitz inputs.
Oh, what? Why?
Oh, he has a thing to always have the sprint shoes effect. That's probably for the best.
I got Melphus again.
Oh, that's kind of a thing. So, No Bitten told me that the last time that I encountered this thing, and I think that,
Like, it's hard-coded to give
I
you...
think that's a... Right. Like, both Baylor and, Legion are almost always going to give you something that lets you escape from where they are.
Right, because I guess if you didn't, you would get hard locked. And,
Yeah.
Or like,
That's
I guess soft locked.
Like in particular with Legion, it's really easy to just like get Skula and get in, and then it's like, okay, how do I get out? And then you just can't. And I've had a lot of these randomizers where Skula was my first item, and I'm like, oh, this is gonna be bad.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Baylor gave Poison Worm this time. So.
Maybe it's like if it knows there isn't an additional exit or something like that. Oh, hey Ripper, I can use your cash. I actually want wooden golem. Thank you. No, seriously though, Rippers, you can please stop. Okay, cool.
I love Rippers.
They are dangerous.
They're so great. It's like, okay, we take Flea Man, and what if we gave him a knife?
It's like, oh god.
Shit.
Ooh, big golem. We're still missing we're not only missing ways into top 4, we're missing anything at all, like any of the 3. Like, I still need Flame Demon Succubus Giant Bat.
And do you have flying armor?
I did. I do have flying armor.
So we have a way into Headhunter Land.
That is...
Take care of that one.
Well, okay, I actually did the front half of it, but I didn't have Undyne, so I couldn't do back half.
Interesting.
So I need to do that at some point.
Well, you can enter the ship from the back.
Yeah, I did that and almost died because
But you're more powerful now.
Right.
Stuff.
I did that like I got hammer and then I'm like, all right, let's do the normal route. The just normal route, and I go back into the back door of inner quarters. It's like, yep, that's the normal route, and I'm like, wait a minute, is this right? No, this is like...
Hold on a minute. Genetic Scientist asks if those coffins just gave you $1,500. I believe it was Rippers.
Yeah.
That dropped the money.
Ooh, Ripper had a cut-all. That's fitting. Jeez.
I like that they redo the enemy layout in here on your way out.
Yeah.
There's a lot that I like about this little area.
This
really pleased about it.
This area, the underground cemetery, I really like. The reservoir, because this is very small and self-contained. It has some good things going on, but like the reservoir is like 10 times its size.
Right. It goes in circles for no reason. There are areas that are hard to get to that contain like one tough enemy and no item.
Yeah.
Honestly, some of it even feels like copy-pasted from Symphony of the Night. And like, okay, we'll get back to this. Ooh. Tell me we have a soul that can get that.
Yes, we do. It's called Bat. Maybe I have a better one, but Bat is the one I can remember.
That's true. Like, needing to switch back and forth between Undyne and Scylla is a mess. Like, anytime I'm in a situation where I need to do that, I kind of hate it.
Same, because there's no really... Like, not only that, but you're also giving up an ability to have one on.
Yeah.
Like, I really wish...
I feel like both Scylla and Undyne could be Grey Souls instead of yellow.
Yeah, because Grey Souls are still toggleable is the big thing there.
Like, you could still, like, if you want, float again. Alright. This is another room that makes me really hate this place. Like, okay, you have a bunch of mermen and Medusa heads as nuisance monsters. The Medusa heads are always the stone kind. That's a big nuisance. And then there's this big badass in the center who's going to mess you up. And it's like, you want to get through quick, but everything is set up to stop you from doing that.
Yes. To make it so if you attempt to, you get heavily punished for it.
Oh, Maneater. At some point you were a boss.
Goodbye.
They did eventually turn it back into a boss in order to look really cool.
I do have weapons. I've just been selling them, Squirrel Token. Like, they're definitely better, like, if I'm attacking, because I don't get any bonus from attacking with them, but I do get, like, their hitbox. It's just that every time I'm at, Hammer, I sell every single weapon I've got, because I want the money. Thank you, Wandering Newbie. We're doing wizard mode. Alright, I really want to avoid turning on the demon in the middle of the room, if possible. I don't think that's actually possible.
Yeah, that's kind of dicey.
Oh,
I mean, you might just be able to fire him down.
Yeah, okay, fine. Let's... And then Merman Waterfall happens, and... Okay, yeah, just... What if I just cast Lightning Bolt 4 times at the 12-12? It dies, you know?
Get out of here! Okay.
God.
Like at least with Wizard Mode, you always have that option. Like, I've definitely stuffed myself here early on, and I'm like, wow, I have no health, no power, no equipment.
Yeah. It's not
I
great.
find myself surrounded.
I think I need flying armor equipped for this spot, actually.
Yeah, there is a water level in Dawn that is large, confusing, and unnecessary. It's almost like they didn't even learn their lessons, and that Dawn is like, just worse than this.
The randomizer does not have a wizard mode, but thanks to Dr. Goat making a ROM hack of the game, that the ROM hack does 2 things. It ups your MP regeneration to 5 per tick, and it also makes it so weapons don't add attack. So you're forced to use wizardry to fight. Which...
He says, punching a zombie for 55 damage.
Forced. Look, you cannot nerf fist, alright? We can't make it any weaker. It's already strong enough. It doesn't need it. Oh god, I don't remember Dawn of Sorrow's water zone.
Well, it's unnecessary for one.
Oh, really? Oh, weird.
Yeah. It has a kind of unsettling is the word. A very unsettling enemy in it that's called Homunculus.
Oh.
And they look like a person that has no features and like a blank space for a head. And they're hooked up by a tube, and then they like kind of come after you. And if they go too far, the tube snaps, and then they get really furious and will die from drowning after like a couple seconds.
Heck.
It's creepy.
Okay.
And so, like, that moment is like really neat, but for one, Homunculus is also very weak, so you can just like hit them once and they'll die. And they're not really in your way or anything.
Okay.
And for another, they put like 10 of them in a row, and you just have to walk through this area and kill them 10 times just to get from place to place, and that serves to undermine the creepiness of it.
Right, it's no longer unique if you're...
Yeah. And then, there's also the whole, like, it's a new enemy, so you have to collect its souls, you have to fight it a bunch of times.
Oh, I never read this little bit of text that Yoko and Mina have known each other for literally their entire lives. Huh. Heck.
Oh man, I would totally replay Dawn of Sorrow with the Make Luck Do a Thing ROM.
Oh god, that would be a nice ROM hack.
Be like, oh, restore like any functionality to this number.
What if luck functions?
Mm.
Okay, there's still some souls up here actually that I haven't grabbed. This one. Poison worm again.
Even more poisonous this time.
It exists. Ooh. Galamoth. Okay.
Does that actually open something, or I thought you had Chrono Mage?
I think I have Chrono Mage, but I haven't used it. And also, Inner Quarters is somewhere I wanted to go anyway, because I wanted to go in the backside.
All right, well.
So that gives me a place to go that isn't the reservoir. So I'm okay with that. Ooh. Give me that zombie money. Zombie dollars.
Wait, enemies can crit.
Enemies can crit? Oh, hold on. Come on. Oh, no! I missed the punch.
Ah. Heck.
Enemies can crit and dawn. Can you crit and dawn?
I don't remember. I know that criticals are a thing in Soten and in Harmony of Dissonance.
Yeah.
Like the ROM hack for Harmony looks completely insane. So there's like you get a bunch of magic and like the combination of like the type and shape of that magic does a bunch of stuff. And like one of them is a summon, and so you summon like different things. And one of the summons is a little fairy, and the fairy will bring out a big like bonking hammer, like a comedic thing. And if the fairy whiffs her attack with the bonking hammer, she starts spinning wildly around the room, and like does a whole bunch of hits, and like all of those can crit. So the task of this is like the final boss. You know, the fairy comes out and it's just like bum, 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 like critical all over the place. It's very silly looking. I highly recommend it. Like, if you have any knowledge of Harmony of Dissonance already, go and watch the task. If you don't, play through Harmony of Dissonance. It's absolutely worth it to play through once. Maybe more than that. Like,
yeah.
I am talking about Castlevania Harmony of Dissonance for the Game Boy Advance. A game that I am, like, I guess, kind of working myself up into even playing. There I'm talking about. I'm like, oh yeah, I like that game. But like it has some problems that keep me from coming back to it more frequently than I do. Mostly to do with how its level layout at first is like super tight and really clever, and then after this one point, it just gets like, okay, now go anywhere.
Oh, like
and then you're like, oh shit, where do I go? And it kind of falls apart halfway through.
Dang, that's not an uncommon thing to see in a game such as this. Huh.
Yeah. I mean, it's tough to like be able to understand your player's capabilities and keep it tight through all that. Okay,
right.
So we're just going over to the nursery then?
Yeah.
Okay.
Head over there, and then hopefully, I've had good luck with that whole room. Usually, like the top there has 2 souls, and I've had, I think, Succubus up there something like 3 times. Yeah, I've never played, that's the only Game Boy Castlevania I haven't played, is that one.
Oh, it would be good.
So... Alright. Thanks for the $1,000.
Yeah, no, it is possible to just sort of go around the first boss in Harmony and not fight it. But there is a drawback to doing this, because defeating that boss also opens a door, like, 12 hours later in the game. And so the first time you get there, it's just like, oh, this door is open. But if you skip that boss, it's closed. It is...
That's...
like, it's got some problems, is what I'm getting at.
That's interesting.
I remember having that happen to me. I'm just like, oh, well, maybe I don't need to fight this boss that I just never did. And then I came back to it, I'm like, wait a minute, this is supposed to be open. That's a thing? I was blown away.
I just got... I got Chronomage from behind Chronomage. Also, I was being hit by an off-screen lightning doll there.
Mm-hmm.
Also, Lightning Doll pretty good against Lightning Doll Soul. Turns out.
Circle of the Moon has one of my favorite glitches in it.
Oh!
I love it because it's very easy to perform once you understand the essential motions.
Mm-hmm.
It's like if you know what's going on, you cannot fail, and you can get a bunch of like fun stuff really early on. Also, the basic sense of that game with how stingy it is with its card drops.
Having a way to just bypass it. So, the glitch in question effectively lets you use any card as any card, no matter.
Yes, you just need one of each type of card, and then you can have any spell that you want without collecting any cards, and it's wonderful. Yeah. Like, I don't know that I can play it without exploiting that glitch either.
Hold on, maybe I can get up in
Like,
this.
another one of the problems with Circle of the Moon is that they have all these magics. Oh my god, you can actually get up there now. You can, like, kick or skeleton, kick to kick.
Yeah, that's what I'm... Don't do horizontal kick.
Yeah.
Oh!
Like...
Okay, that's close. Okay, I see what I have got for it.
Yeah, you can fade the jump a little bit.
Yeah, we got there.
So yeah. I think it's tempting to like do it as quick as you can and all that, but you really have
yeah, your
a
windows
lot more room than you think.
Yeah. Well, we got a soul. Again, I still can't even get to Graham.
Man. Well, yeah, you have Skeleton Blaze. That's decent. Like,
Yeah.
another thing that I frequently end up not ever getting is the slide. And I'm like, wait, where's my positioning? Oh no.
It's really like when you're fighting Graham's final form and all of a sudden you realize you don't have skeleton blazes. Like, wait a minute, I'm stuck under a hand and here comes the laser.
That's not that bad.
It's not that bad once you realize it, but when it happens in the middle of the fight.
Yeah. There are a lot of good paintings in this game. So that's another thing that I really appreciated when I was playing through Dark Souls for the first time. And it reminded me of a Castlevania game in a lot of ways. You know, skeletons all over the place. There's like everything's like gritty and kind of worn down and full of monsters. And indeed, in Honor Londo, there's rooms that just have a bunch of good-looking portraits in them, and also some like shittier-looking portraits. And like, some of it looks like leftover concept art, and some of it looks like legit. This could exist in the real world, kind of painting. And it reminded me of Aria of Sorrow, where it's like you're just walking through this place, and there's a painting.
Yep,
it's really nice. There's some of the like little touches like that that do a lot without doing very much at all. Kind of like it.
Right. Alright. I think I have to do Underground Reservoir at this point.
Well, we put it off for as long as we could.
The only way I could put it off any longer is the 3 trial rooms over by Baylor.
Oh, well, they're not so bad.
Should probably do those anyway.
Yeah, you should probably do that.
Alright, let's...
One of them's gonna have $10 in it.
Ooh. $10. 10 of them. That's pretty good. Yeah, like I can do the beam skeleton DDR room. Like that one's not too bad.
Yeah, that's basically free.
Also, at this point, like I was a little scared of lubricant room, and I still should be, but like I have the power to do it.
Yeah,
You know.
that's doable. Do you have Murasame or Heartbeat? I want to say it's Heartbeat. No, Siren. Sorry.
No.
Because Siren should be able to just stone cold roll lubricant.
Right. Curse damage.
Thanks to the curse.
I love that curse is real.
Oh my god! Like I remember one of the, like back when I was doing random runs of the game where like I had a fixed loadout, and then I would try to like beat the game with that loadout.
Mm-hmm.
I remember getting Siren for the first time in one of those, and I found a way to like carry the notes with me through screen transitions. I loved doing it. It's just like, I just have to carefully keep the notes along with me.
Let's just take care of the gargoyles. Oh, right, arrow on the ground is still damage. Oh well.
Oh, gladiators, yeah.
Yeah.
Gladiator and Nightmare are kinda, they're motherfuckers.
That room again is no joke.
The way both of them have the like turnaround thing where they super jig behind and.
Mm-hmm. All right.
It's hard to deal with.
So lubricant room first.
What does my cat want? Buddy. The cat is being super loud. I think that he wants to be fed.
Hmm.
I want to grab him. Only one of us is going to get... at most, one of us is going to get what we desire. Or you could just shoot lightning at him. That basically works. Okay.
3 bolts. They only have so much toughness, you know?
Right. I like Lubricant a lot.
Yeah.
He's got a good attack pattern, and he still has the ability to fake me out. I think the reason that I like him. And like, the best part is like, if you get caught by him, it's hard to recover. Actually, like he sticks you, and then you get stuck. It's like, oh shit!
Like, oh.
You know, because you took that that knock, you have less time to try and dodge.
Hey, okay, I can top floor now.
Sweet. Oh, dog. Man, all the animals are interested. And maybe because I've been talking continuously this whole time. When it tracks the animals, they're like, oh, Dad's awake. He's doing stuff.
They have
He's
a
calling to us. I can hear him. And the cat thinks that I'm talking, and so I'm talking about feeding the cat. The dog hears me talking and thinks I'm barking, so it's like, oh, it's time to bark. Yeah, barking time. I love barking.
I love barking time.
It's a shame. She really does love to bark. She's usually very quiet, but when she gets going, it's quite something. Nice fist bump on that one.
I like the statues in that room a lot. But they're just kind of like kicking and like hand at you.
I to this day do not understand those things. I'm like, why is this here?
I don't. There's a lot of things in Castlevania games.
It reminds me of one of the later levels of Double Dragon.
Oh.
Like NES Double Dragon. There are these like stones that are just like popping out of the wall, and they're very hard to deal with.
Medusa heads. Okay.
Yeah, I was about to say, like, this challenge room is easily the most difficult for the loadout that we have here.
Yeah. Mimic.
Well, all the money your heart could ever desire.
I'm going to have to use a tasty meat to make it out of here alive. And a kicker skeleton. Alright, cool. We made it out alive. Mimic!
Good work.
Now I have all the money I want. If I want it. Yeah, that is a very difficult room. I've, like, accidentally got into there, like, being like, I want to go get this item, and then I realized I don't have skeleton blaze, and it's like...
It's like, oh, whoops, I cannot get small.
Yep.
Time to hoof it back. It's like, nah, just reset. You save right here, just reset, man.
Mm-hmm. Alright, let's...
Man, I remember the run that I did where I got myself stuck in the Coliseum, and I had Skeleton Archer, and I was trying to kill Killer Mantle.
Oh
and I
my
got into this
god.
sweet spot where I could just get the Killer Mantle with Skeleton Archer.
It was great. That was great. I think that's one you ever recorded.
Oh, really? Man, I feel like I don't record anything.
You don't record
I
a
just
lot
sort
of
of-
things.
Like, I just sort of let it go. I'm like, this isn't important.
There
this
are-
is not worth keeping.
There are a number of Aria runs you've kept.
It's
Alright.
funny. I always toy with the idea in my head of doing like a full-on LP where I go through everything that the game has to offer.
There's a lot.
There is. It's kind of a daunting project. Because I could spend 20 minutes just talking about like skeleton.
Right.
And here are these like all these enemies in the game and like all the weird translations and how they're miniature stories that they tell with little bits of flavor text and how I love the efficiency of the storytelling that exists in this game. It's just it's all so good. The game has a ton to offer.
Yeah. Okay.
I could spend 20 minutes just talking about skeletons.
Hilton. Well, I can go check the hot springs now.
That's good.
I wasn't a
Hot Springs has been a pretty reliable source of needed stuff.
Alright, let's see what we got today in it. Cockatrice, okay. Well... No.
Kill those guys while poisoned. That was pretty beefy.
Yeah, the thing with Lightning Doll and something that's like kind of silly with it is it gets a triple tap.
Man, I don't think I've ever triple tapped with it.
If you're on top of the enemy.
Huh. Oh yeah, it's just another fist weapon. Of course I should understand this.
Devil! And there's actually nothing upstairs here that's just a big skeleton with some money behind it.
Yep. I frequently go in there and then remember that it just has a candle at the end that drops money.
Yeah, much like the one...
Randomized away.
There's the one in Big Golem Land, the cellar.
Yeah.
That is also like a candle that's always 500, which is good because it means there's a guaranteed money source. You know? Like if you want cash, you can go get it.
It's true. It's pretty tedious though. Like I have been in that exact situation where I've like wanted to go to the end of that room just to get the money that's in it.
Yeah. Alright, so still don't have any of the souls I need to finish the game. So,
That's rough, man. You just want to like take the ending that you can get.
yeah.
Like, if we had, if we had even like one of the pieces.
Right. Did I check Levitain?
Yes, you did.
Because it's in right above the hot tub. It was that blue soul.
Mhm.
You don't have to go all the way through that room actually to check it.
Right. I mean, if you know that it's going to be a soul decanter, you can just hit it from the other side, which is what
Yes.
happened this time.
Is this the closest route to... Yeah, this is the closest route to top floor. What if we just find all three pieces of it in here?
God. It's all in top floor. You know, whatever.
Yeah, it's just all gonna be in top floor. How much cash do I have right now? Yeah, whatever. I don't need more like armor. I'm doing just fine with samurai armor. Really, my power comes from the fact that I can use lightning doll an infinite amount of times. I think this being...
pretty decent.
I think taking the ending I can get here does mean that I will likely do this again. Because I want to fight Julius with this setup. You know?
Yeah. Yeah, no doubt.
Archdemon.
Archdemon is a funny one. I've definitely used it before. It can be a little brutal though.
Yeah, like having to take hits just to...
Yeah. So there should be an item. Yeah, you went and got it. I think.
Well, I went towards it and then saw a final guard and turned around.
Yeah, I can kind of feel you there. Ordinarily, I try to fly past them with giant bat if I have it.
Right. But, not quite in my list of things I have. Beam Skeleton! Ah yes, one of the 3 Dracula powers. Beam Skeleton. Okay, fine. You're getting a tasty meat out of me. Ooh, you might get multiple, because this lubricant is,
Right? Like, sometimes they have you. I kind of love it. Oh, I saw the triple tap.
mm-hmm. Alright, let's quick,
Lubricants suck. No way. They are great. I love enemies that even after fighting them a long time can still challenge me.
Zombie Head Red Minotaur,
Jeez.
yeah. I can understand that though. With like, fighting them is not like it's
Not hurting power then.
Can I sell anything?
Like, well, I can understand completely not liking them. I really can. 'Cause
Yeah.
they do hit really, really hard, and there are a lot of places in the game where you can find yourself with 4 of them on top of you, and that's just chaos. And unless you have a weapon that is extremely well suited to defeating them quickly, then you're going to get buried. They're digging your grave while they kill you. Stab, stab.
That was 5 hits. Yeah, I think the biggest thing is that most rooms that have a lubricant have like 4 lubricants.
This little climb in particular puts them in a place where they can very easily range up on you. Like your only path to progress is upward, and their attack pattern is downward. So they have you stuck.
Yeah.
There's kind of a similar situation here with Succubus, where their grab attack has a great deal more reach to it than it really looks like. So they could very easily tag you as you're like zigzagging up this little place with the skull lamps.
Yeah.
For whatever reason, light up from the other direction too. Oh man, I would totally be down for adding lubricant to every boss fight.
Oh god.
Oh my god, Baylor plus lubricant?
Baylor plus lubricant sounds awful. That's...
Julius plus lubricant? Like...
Ah, I found Undyne in the last room before Graham.
Ooh, I'd make them share a hitbox, or like a, I'm sorry, share a health total.
Ooh. Now that's something rude.
So you can't just like, you cannot quickly deal with the lubricant you have. Oh no, wait, that would make curse damage just unreal strong.
Yeah, nice. Nice health total you got there, Julius. Curse, 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 curse.
Yeah, like curse is like 1200, 800.
Come on.
Oh my god, Basilisk. Why does such a terrible soul exist?
I don't know why that trade-off is so bad. Like, why does it have to be 50% of your attack for the dang trade-off? Like, that is a ridiculous ask. It's basically never worth it. Alright, so I've checked some of the easier items in top floor. None of them were the souls, so... We're just gonna go ahead and take this end. So I can go play some Hearthstone.
Yeah.
I love the statue with the sword that lets you buy.
There are a lot of little one-off things in the game.
Like,
I can't really explain. Like, yeah, he has the techno sword. It looks like one of those web safe colors that we saw a lot of in the late 90s. The sword cannot hurt. The sword isn't a thing. It's just a doodad.
yeah, the idea I have in my mind is that it just lets you buy because you're Dracula, you know? Like, that's what... It's like, you have the power of Dracula.
He just has to, like, whip his way past it or something.
Right, which, that's how Julius does everything, so... It's like, Julius, like, did you do the seal on that boss? It's like, what seal? I just killed it.
He does do that, like...
I'm not kidding when I say that. That's part of Dawn.
You see the part of Dawn where you're like, oh, I haven't fought death yet. What's up? I can't get past this thing. And Julius is like, nah, don't worry about it. I'll punch it really hard.
Alright, then just cast lightning bolt.
I think Dawn is a worthwhile play also.
Yeah.
Like, again, I don't think it's as good as Aria, but it does some things better, and it is still like up there for my favorite Castlevania games. It's got a lot of neat stuff in it. It has even more JoJo's references.
Yes.
If you're down for that.
Oh man, it is so easy to get the triple tap on this.
Oh, that's kind of gross.
Like, trivially easy, because, like, I just need to be on top of it. Graham
Yeah,
with...
this fight would be great with a lubricant in it. Man, I feel like every video game I play now needs to have the Pursuer. I need to be menaced.
Alucard, what were you doing in the room over there with Black Panther? Like, why were you just hanging out there?
He was waiting for this moment.
Fitting
a
tunic?
I don't know what it... Oh my god, he was doing some idle tailoring.
Yeah. Alright. I will take Graham End.
Oh yeah, Dawn and Portrait of Ruin is where they got some generic anime for all of the art, and a whole lot of graphic design got way worse.
Yeah, it's strange because it doesn't affect. It basically doesn't affect enemies, like, you know, like the actual
Yeah, like
sprites.
any of the enemies that are new to that game, you can kind of tell because they're way shittier looking. There are a lot of them that are just sort of like retreads of the enemies that you see in Aria of Sorrow. Some of them are direct sprite lifts from Symphony of the Night
Yes.
too, so those like look a certain way. And then there are some that look like, I guess, glossy-eyed. Just it's hard to describe, frankly, but they definitely look.
Yeah. I'm thinking bosses too kind of have that going on in the later ones. Like I'm just thinking of the Order of Ecclesia bosses that look like the paper dolls that have a lot of these moving parts.
Yeah. See, it's funny you say that, Grognor, because I think all of the demons look worse. They look like chumbly and kind of jokey by comparison. Where like here the devil shows up and it's like, oh shit, the devil, and it's like he's like floating in the background.
Good night, Gateway of Last Resort. All right.
Also thanks to Great Star Matsufuji.
All right. So I'm gonna quick switch things over to Hearthstone then. So you're up for?
Yeah, I can.
At least like
I
arena
can
drafting
tag
and
in
some.
for a bit.
Okay,
Yeah.
cool.
I'll stick around until until things start to go south, and then I will abandon you.
Oh no.
I'm here for the fair weathers.
The bandwagon Hearthstone arena.
That's right. I'm in it for as long as the getting is good.
All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and cut the recording then.